Do you think about reselling on Vinted? Watch this video before you start. You may reconsider. Hello and welcome to the channel. If you're new here, I'm Polish Pete and I'm a reseller based in UK. I buy cheap ladies clothing in bulk and I sell them individually on eBay for profit. Mostly on eBay, but also on Vinted from about November last year. I'm also an unpaid carer for an elderly and disabled person who lives abroad. Guys, today I would like to talk about Vinted and my experience with it. I sell, like I've said, cheap ladies clothing, and obviously a lot of my experience on Vinted is determined with what I sell. Vinted started with used clothing, so at this point this is and will be for foreseeable future the most saturated category on the platform. That's the biggest problem of it. Before we will talk about the rest of the topics, I would like to ask you to do me a favor. If you're interested in reselling, please consider subscribing to the channel, and as this is what I talk about here, like at least twice a week. Also, this is the best way to support me and this channel, and as all your likes, comments and subscriptions send a clear message to YouTube that this is a legit channel and I'm making legit content. So please support me and this channel, and I will be very grateful for all your interactions with this channel's content. So let's jump back to the topic, Vinted and how awful it is. Like I've said, I sell cheap ladies clothing, run-of-the-mill stuff, and I do it as a business. I'm not clearing my own wardrobe, and I actually care about the price that I'm getting for my stuff. In opposite to 95% of Vinted sellers for whom anything is better than nothing, or anything is better than donating their stuff to the charity shop. Regular Janes on Vinted spoil the market, asking ridiculously low prices, accepting ridiculously low offers. I mean, even with postage, those prices are like cheaper than a charity shop price, honestly. I don't blame them for that. They are clearing their wardrobes, and like I've said, for them anything is better than nothing. Basically, it's the platform's fault, in my opinion. This platform is flawedly designed from the start. I can't see the reason behind it, but that's a fact. The only thing that comes to my mind is that they want to sell stuff as cheap as they possibly can to take a market share. Is it a good plan? I don't know. I'm not the one to judge it. Vinted algorithm is super simple. Someone could say that it's good, simple algorithm, easy to understand. Maybe, but the simplicity of it makes this platform so flawed that reselling on it as a business is really not a viable option. You list your item, Vinted pushes it for about 3 days. If you sell it, you sell it. If you won't sell it, basically it's game over. Probability of selling this item after 3 days goes down at least by 80%. And it doesn't matter if you discount it, or if you, I don't know, maybe change description or something like that. Vinted will not push it again. To stay on top of search results, you have to keep feeding Vinted with more and more and more and more items, and that makes no sense. Because just sales are not there, and you just keep growing your shop and nothing else. When I was putting 100 items every Friday, I was selling 3-4 over the weekend, and that's it. That was the end of it until the next Friday. Basically, that is why people list their stuff dirt cheap, yeah, from the start, because they want to sell it within those 3 days, because after that it's over. And then when they don't sell it, they just lower the price to the rock bottom, £1 or something like that plus postage, or £2 plus postage. and trying to sell it this way. That spoils the market dramatically. I mean, there is no reason for selling something for a quid when you can get 7, 8, 10 pounds on eBay every day of the week and twice on Sunday. There's no point. Next thing is ending and selling similar. That is very popular on eBay. It basically doesn't work on Vinted. Even if you delete the item and re-upload it again, you have to have different photos, or at least manipulate those photos a little bit, just to make them a little bit different. Yeah. So either manipulating or rephotographing makes no sense. It's extra work for no extra money, because you're gonna sell this item for whatever it sells for, and photographing it twice means you spend twice as much time on photographing. So yeah, maybe if you clear your own wardrobe, yeah, you can do it. But when you do it as a business, time is money, and you're basically trading your time for money. So yeah, you want to work less for more money, not more for less money, if you know what I mean. Yeah. Really, I can't go there and take down 2,500 items that I've got listed there, rephotograph them and re-upload them, and 3 days later do it again, and 3 days later do it again, and 3 days later do it again. Because I wouldn't have enough time to rephotograph or even manipulate photos on 2,500 items every 3 days. So what is the point? What is the point? And that would be my flipping full-time job to do it. No. And because even doing that will not guarantee me any sales anyway. In my opinion, algorithm is designed this way to kind of force people to sell items dirt cheap. Yeah, and then when they don't sell and you want a little bit more money, then you are encouraged to bump your items. And bumping your items doesn't guarantee anything. You pay regardless if it sells or it doesn't sell, and you don't even know how hard Vinted is pushing it. You don't even know if you are going to get any impressions at all despite paying. Yeah, Vinted doesn't guarantee you anything. And the time is limited as well, either 3 days or 7 days, depending on the option that you have chosen. And the fee, when you sell cheap items, the fee is really significant, because if you have to pay a quid for an item that you sell for 2 quid, then sorry, makes no sense. And as what I can see, more and more people is bumping the items. And if more and more people is bumping the items, then when you bump it, you get less, because Vinted has to split those impressions among more people that are bumping the items. So you are paying the same, but you are getting less visibility anyway. Yeah. The platform also has a lot to be improved. Yeah, to make resellers' life better. No SKU label, no ability to search your own wardrobe, no ability to send offers in bulk, no ability to print labels in bulk, no ability to edit anything in bulk, literally no ability to do anything in bulk on this platform. This platform has not been built for resellers. This platform has been built for regular Jane who has 20 items for sale, not for a person who has 5,000 items for sale. They have allowed business sellers in, but that's about it. Not a single improvement to make our lives better or our lives easier. Yeah? The amount of time and effort needed to sell on this platform, combined with tragically low sales, makes this platform unviable for reselling. At least for people who sell similar items that I sell, it makes no sense. Now prices again. Yeah, ladies clothing must be the most saturated category on the platform, and I'm sorry, what is the point to sell something for a quid or two when I can get 9, 10 plus postage on eBay for the same item. Even with fees, I still make 5 times more. My profit is still 5 times higher. And the buyers, yeah. People on Vinted are super trigger happy to add your items to their watch list, but nothing comes out of it. I sent offers to every single person who added my items to the watch list, and literally one offer per every 250 cents converts. They all expect bottom low prices, and they get them from some sellers, and that's what they go for. Yeah, if you don't give them bottom low price, they will not buy it. If the item is there listed for 9 quid and you send them 8 quid offer, they will not buy it. They expect 2 quid offer. Again, it's understandable. There is enough sellers on Vinted who will accept ridiculous prices. Ridiculous prices. What's the point for the buyer to pay 8 quid when she can get the same or very similar item for 2 quid or 3 quid? Yeah? And all those offers that you are sending one by one because you can do it in bulk, that's unpaid work. That's unpaid time and effort. To me, literally, it's not worth my attention. Then you have a buyer who will make you an offer and you will accept it, and then they will never show up to finish the transaction. And you will never hear from them again. And at least 75% of offers that I have accepted has never materialized as a sale. And to be honest, I'm done with this platform. I've tried it because I had nothing better to do. I'm here in Poland right now for more than a year, and I haven't been home to photograph more items that I could list on eBay, so I gave Vinted a go. But I see no point to carry on. I have 2,500 items listed there, and I'm going to leave it like that. I've cross-listed everything I had. I will let it run. I'm not going to close my account. There is no point. I've invested time and effort, and I'm going to let it run. But I'm not going to put anything more into it, literally. So since November 2024, when I've started my pro account, I have taken like £1,200. Yeah, £1,200 is like in like what, 6 months, even more than 6 months. So literally, that's not even a bad month on eBay. Yeah, that's less than a bad month on eBay. Don't get me wrong, I'm happy to sell all those items. I'm happy to take £1,200 that I didn't have before. But considering the amount of work that it costed me, I would literally make more money stacking shelves in Asda. I'm not saying don't sell on Vinted. I'm saying don't expect anything better than a sale here and there and once in a blue moon. Yeah? It's not viable to base your reselling business on Vinted. On Vinted only, on Vinted alone. Yeah? It's just not going to work. Unless you are ready to photograph 2,000 items a month, 3,000 items a month, and then list them and sell them for 2-3 quid. Then yeah, and earn a quid per item. Then yeah, then maybe it will work for you, but it will cost you hell of a lot work. Yeah, there is no money on Vinted. There is no money on Vinted. At least for the stock that I sell. Yeah. So next time when I will go home to UK and I photograph my items, I'm not going to cross-list them. Sorry, Vinted, I'm not going to cross-list them there. I'm going to list them on eBay, excuse me, and I will let them run for 12 months on eBay. And only then, after 12 months, when there is something that didn't sell on eBay, I will cross-list it on Vinted. Because at this point, after 12 months, I don't care about the price anymore. I just want to get rid of that item. I'm ready to, accept 30% offer or something like that. Yeah, I'm ready to just push the item out, take my money back, maybe earn a quid or two, and move on. Yeah, so like I've said, for me at this point, Vinted makes no sense. Too much time and effort, not enough gain. But if you sell something else in maybe in less saturated categories, by any means try it, especially if you have nothing better to do. But if you have something better, if you have some stock that you haven't listed on eBay yet, try eBay first, then move on Vinted. Then move on Vinted. As a business people, we have to always look at it from this perspective that you are trading time for money. So you have to do things that bring you more money or most money. And you have to get rid of things that cost a lot of time and effort and don't bring you much money. Yeah? We have to swap those things around. More action that brings money, less action that costs time and effort and doesn't bring money at all. Yeah? We need to concentrate on things that put food on our table, basically. Sometimes it's better not to have those sales at all, yeah, but concentrate on things that will bring you more money. Cost you less time, but bring more money. Thank you very much for watching, guys. Please feel free to comment down below. State your opinion about Vinted in the comment section. I'm very interested to hear it. I hope you found this video interesting. If you have, please don't forget to click that like button. If you wish to support the channel further, like I've said, please consider subscribing. That's the best way to support me and this channel. And I'll see you next time. Have a great week. God bless you all and bye-bye.